Good morning, students, staff, parents, friends, and family. We're delighted for you to join us to remember our servicemen and women, past, present, and future. ANZAC Day to our BTC community is more than a public holiday. It is a recognition of sacrifice, saying thank you to those who were and are brave enough to fight for this country, and to acknowledge the fallen and to acknowledge the sons, daughters, and granddaughters of the fallen, lest we forget. I'll pass over to Ben, who will recite the daily prayer of the Blackheath and Thornburgh College students during World War II.
O Lord, in the quiet of the evening, we commend to Thee our schoolfellows of Blackheath and Thornburgh, who recently stood here in our places, but who tonight, without the battle of shock, of battle on the land, in the air, and on the sea. Grant them good leaders, we pray Thee, men to keep their courage high, their youthful ideals unsullied, and when war shall cease, guide them safely home to enjoy that era of peace and universal freedom for which they have so nobly fought.
On this day, above all days, we remember those Australian men and women who died or suffered in the great tragedy of war. On the morning of the 25th of April, 1915, New Zealand and Australian troops landed under fire at Gallipoli. And it was then, and in the violent campaign which followed, that the ANZAC tradition was forged. The elements of that tradition have inspired and offered an enduring example to later generations of Australians. Each year, we pay homage, not only to those original ANZACs, but to all who died or were disabled in the service to this country. They enrich our nation's history. Their hope was for the freedom of mankind, and we remember their pride with courage, their compassion, and their comradeship. They served on land and in sea and in the air, and in many places throughout the world. Not only do we honour the memory of those Australians who have fallen in battle, we share the sorrow of those who have mourned them and all who have been victims of armed conflict. On this day, we remember, with sympathy, those Australians who have suffered as prisoners of war, and those, because of war, have had their lives shortened or handicapped. We recall staunch friends and allies, and especially those of the first ANZAC Day. May we and our successors prove worthy of their sacrifice. Thank you.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gift of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every state advance, Australia fair, in joyful strengths, and let us sing, advance, Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned for all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage, let us all combine to advance, Australia fair. In joyful strength, and let us sing, advance, Australia fair.
Thank you for tuning in today for our acknowledgement. ANZAC Day has and always will be an important day for Blackheath and Thornburgh College, lest we forget.